Forget AI, because something far bigger, far stranger, and far more transformative has quietly arrived. While the world was distracted by chatbots and digital assistants, another revolution was happening in silence. A revolution not of the mind, but of the body. Humanoid robots. Not in science fiction, not in the distant future, but now, in the real world, entering factories, homes, hospitals, and stores. They are no longer just concepts on a designer's screen. They are physical entities, learning to navigate our world one step at a time. Today, we reveal the truth behind the humanoid robot wave that is already reshaping humanity. Welcome to Edno Raupp Global Documentaries. For years, artificial intelligence dominated the conversation. Every headline, every company, every discussion was about AI models, algorithms, and digital brains. The focus was on creating intelligence that could think like a human. But behind the scenes, a parallel field, robotics, went through a transformation unlike anything in the last century. In just 3 years, humanoid robots evolved more than in the previous 3 decades. The slow, incremental progress of the past suddenly hit an exponential curve, faster, cheaper, smarter, and suddenly everywhere. While AI learned to think, robots learned to act, and when you combine thinking with action, you get something humanity has never faced before, a thinking machine that can physically interact with our world. In Beijing, China, the world witnessed the first ever humanoid robot Olympic Games. 16 nations, combat trials, martial arts routines, obstacle races, soccer tournaments played entirely by robots. It looked like entertainment, but it was actually a warning shot fired across the bow of global industry. Humanoid robots are no longer experiments. They are a global industry, and they are accelerating at a pace that defies prediction. In the United States, a company called Figure AI revealed something extraordinary. A humanoid robot capable of folding laundry, packing boxes, loading washing machines, understanding spoken commands, and performing tasks it was never explicitly programmed for. Its brain? A new architecture called VLA, Vision, Language, and Action. The robot sees through 6 cameras. It understands through a natural language AI model, and it acts using real-time motion intelligence. This is the key. It doesn't just follow a script. It perceives its environment and decides on the best course of action. It was trained on more than 500 hours of humans teleoperating robots. Every movement paired with auto-generated text descriptions. The robot watched, listened, and learned. This is how robots learn to behave like us, not through rigid code, but through embodied experience. Then came Tesla's Optimus, a robot trained using the same neural network that powers Tesla's full self-driving system. The billions of miles driven by cars are now teaching robots how to navigate the physical world. But here's the breakthrough. Every robot Tesla builds teaches every other robot. One robot learns how to pick up a towel, and instantly, the entire fleet knows how to do it. This is hive mind learning at an industrial scale. Tesla calls this digital dreams, massive simulation worlds where humanoid robots practice millions of tasks before ever touching the real world. They can fail 1,000,000 times in simulation overnight, and wake up in the morning with a new skill. If this system works at scale, Optimus could become the first global household robot, a robot that learns from millions of robots at the same time. Just like humans evolved from tribes sharing knowledge around a fire, robots may evolve from networks sharing data in the cloud. Boston Dynamics, a pioneer in the field, shocked the world when its Atlas robot learned to walk, recover balance, pick up items, and even improvise, using only one generalist model. Before this, robots needed a separate, specialized AI model for each action. One to walk, one to turn, one to pick up objects. It was a clumsy, inefficient system. But now, a single unified brain controls everything. This is the same fundamental leap that language AI took, but now embodied in physical form. Robots that can adapt, improvise, and react instinctively. This changes everything. At Google DeepMind, engineers introduced something even more powerful: Gemini Robotics. A multimodal AI that sees the world, understands natural language, analyzes context, and transforms all of that into physical action. It doesn't just hear words, it understands intent. Tell it, "I'm hungry," and it can reason about what to do next. It might check the fridge, suggest a recipe based on the ingredients it sees, and then ask if you'd like it to start cooking. You don't program it, you talk to it, you collaborate with it. This seamless alignment between perception, language, and action is the holy grail that finally unlocked humanoid robotics. The brain is ready, the body is ready. Now the world must get ready. But here's the fundamental question: why humanoids? Why give robots arms, legs, and human-like bodies when wheels and specialized claws are often cheaper and more efficient for a single task? Because the world was built for humans. Our factories, our homes, our kitchens, our tools, our stairs, our doorknobs. Everything is designed for a bipedal creature with 2 arms and opposable thumbs. A humanoid robot doesn't require society to spend trillions of dollars re-engineering itself. It adapts to our world. This makes it the most practical, and potentially the most disruptive, machine ever created. And this is where a new global competition begins. While the United States dominates intelligence and software, China dominates manufacturing and hardware. Robots like the Unitree G1 can walk, run, jump, flip, climb stairs, pack boxes, and even dance, for a fraction of the cost of American robots. They are designed for mass production from day one. China already produces more than half of the world's industrial robots. Now they are shifting that immense industrial power toward humanoids. Mass production factories, government-funded robotics zones, billion-dollar investment programs. This isn't a market trend, it's a national strategy. China doesn't just want a robot revolution. China wants to own the robot supply chain for the entire world, and the rest of the world must decide if it can, or even wants to, compete. So here is the future coming at us, faster than anyone imagined. Robots as tireless household helpers, freeing up human time for creativity, family, and leisure. Robots as infinitely scalable factory workers, reshaping global manufacturing and supply chains. Robots providing compassionate care for the elderly, allowing them to live with dignity and independence. Robots replacing humans in dangerous jobs, mining, disaster relief, hazardous material handling. Robots supporting agriculture, logistics, medicine, and construction, boosting productivity in every core sector of the economy. This new economy will create enormous wealth and solve labor shortages, but it will also demand a massive reskilling of the workforce. New jobs will emerge: robot fleet managers, AI trainers, maintenance technicians. The question is whether we can adapt our education and social systems quickly enough. And with this power comes profound responsibility. How do we ensure physical safety? Who is liable when a robot makes a mistake? How do we protect the privacy of a family when a robot's cameras are always watching? These are no longer philosophical debates. They are urgent policy questions. And eventually, the final barrier will fall: cost. The goal is humanoids priced at $2,000 or less, the cost of a smartphone, but with arms, legs, strength, intelligence, and unlimited endurance. What happens to the world when anyone can buy a robot worker? What happens to the very definition of labor, value, and human purpose? This is not science fiction. This is economics, technology, and geopolitical strategy colliding in real time. The humanoid robot wave is no longer coming. It is here, quietly entering our cities, our homes, our industries, and our future. And whether humanity is ready or not, the next era of civilization has begun. Tell me in the comments, if a humanoid robot costs $2,000 today, would you buy one? Why or why not? What would you have it do? Thank you for watching. This is Edno Raupp Global Documentaries. Until the next episode.